Speaks Live. Welcome back to another one. Tell the truth here. Don't care if it make them uncomfortable. It ain't our fault. Yo, it's Marlon Speaks Live. Yeah, I'm saying what they hide. History uncensored, let the real survive. Yeah, it's truth over comfort, I don't pick no side. If it shake the room a little, let the truth collide. Cause it's Marlon Speaks Live. No script, no disguise. I don't sell no lies, just to monetize. Cause the past still breathing and it never dies. Yeah, it's Marlon Speaks Live. Now the truth will rise. Yo, it's Marlon Speaks Live. Yeah, I'm saying what they hide. History uncensored, let the real survive. What up, what up? Welcome back. Another episode, Marlon Speaks Live. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Look, we back, man. So, yeah, I wanted to share this video. This is one of my favorite content creators, Tabitha Speaks Politics. She actually inspired my name for my channel. So I look at her. I don't know how old Tabitha is, but I think we're around the same age. I don't want to call her my big sis or little sis, but she's just my sis. I do know that we seem like we're around the same age. She got a lot of wisdom. She's one of my favorites all time content creators. She get me fired up. She make me think. So yeah, I'm going to be sharing some content from Tabitha. Like I said, my sister. I'm going to have the video in my description so y'all can tap in with Tabitha. If you haven't already, she got a real popular channel. So if you haven't checked her out, please go over there. Do yourself a favor and go like, comment, share, subscribe to all things Tabitha on all social media. She dope, just a straight up person. And she's a real journalist. You know, I'm not a classically trained journalist, but you can tell from her content she knows exactly what she's doing. So yeah, but this video, I didn't watch all of it yet, but I watched some of it, just enough to inspire me to want to share this on my channel. So here's Tabitha sharing. She always have a introspective, Afrocentric perspective about just about anything that she speak on. So she all for, you know, our diaspora. You know, she all for our culture, the Black American culture. She all for our culture. My bad, not diaspora. She's not against the diaspora, but she's definitely for Black Americans and particularly Black American women. So that's what this video is about. And without any further ado, here's Tabitha Speaks Politics, baby.
We were not being represented and not being admired for our beauty. If we felt like that as Black women, why would we want to do that to other women? Amen. Why would we now need to make other people downplay their beauty so that we can feel, no, that's not how it works. I don't need someone with blonde hair and blue eyes to downplay their beauty because I know my beauty. Do you understand? It doesn't bother me that a woman feels and says that she's beautiful. Amen. Why shouldn't she feel that? Why have we gotten to a point where certain colors or certain kinds of people have to be afraid of loving themselves and loving the way they look? Like, isn't that wild?
I know she's not trying to do like a women should come together thing, is she? Because if that's what she's doing, why does she talk down on or denigrate Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, all the other rappers? Why does she talk down upon those women to make herself feel better? Secondly, Black women, we don't denigrate white women. We don't talk down on white women period, for their beauty or anything else, period. Now, we will let white women know when they are culturally appropriating our culture. We will let you know. And we will celebrate black women and black beauty loudly. Because we celebrate black women and black beauty loudly does not mean that we are talking down or denigrating white women and their beauty. And if that's how any of you perceive that, that is your issue, not the issue of black women. Black women choosing to loudly celebrate their beauty, our noses, our thick, full lips, our kinky hair, our curvy figures. Black women choosing to celebrate that and not be pushed aside because of America's white supremacist beauty standard, that does not mean that they are talking down about white women and their beauty. How many bumps did Nicki hit before she hit that stage? There's more.
Be boys.
Amen.
Be boys. It's okay. Be boys. It's nothing wrong with being a boy.
Amen.
How about that?
Amen.
How powerful is that? How profound is that?
Amen.
Boys will be boys, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm gonna let the LGBTQIA plus community, I'm gonna let them respond to that.
Right. Real talk, yeah. That ain't your lane.
I'm gonna let them respond to that. But that's y'all's queen. That's y'all's queen. Meanwhile, this is what Charlie Kirk had to say. This is his opinion of Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj, Cardi B.
Okay, Nicki Minaj is causing dads to leave the home.
Hold on a second. I don't think that's a good role model for 18-year-old black girls. I don't think that songs that are talking about, like, glorifying wet female genitalia is exactly, I don't know which one wrote that song. Which one was it?
I think it was Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But by the way, the role models of the 1940s and 50s for black America were completely different.
So it is a representation issue.
Hold on a second. No, not representation. It's who do you get your art from? It's what values are they putting forward? For example, more times than not, black politicians will lament the condition of America. It's systemically racist. It's terrible. What does that do to a 14-year-old black kid if you just find that you hear that everything is rigged against you? Instead, they should be saying, hey, there might be some barriers, but if you believe in yourself enough, you can achieve in this country. It creates a form of social conditioning of low expectations.
And this is the problem. This is the problem when racists and white supremacists like to speak on our culture, on our community, and how black families raise their children, and they know nothing about it.
Exactly.
My mama and my daddy, yes, my mama and daddy were married when I came into this world. I knew who my daddy was. I wasn't the product of a one-night stand. I knew who my daddy was. He raised us. He wasn't a good daddy, but he was in the home. He raised us. He was at the house 5 o'clock every night.
I wonder what made him not be a good daddy. I mean, that sounded to me like a good daddy. I had a great daddy. He wasn't perfect. Maybe that's what she meant to say. He wasn't perfect, but my daddy, man, I had the best daddy in the world. Yeah. My parents was homeowners the day I was born. They was young. They was in their 20s, but they owned a home. They gainfully employed. Both of them. Yeah, I had my mother and father, and they was married when I was born. They had been married before they had kids. So, yeah, Tab, tell them.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I got to get myself together because, yeah, when white supremacists and racists think they know about how black people raise their children, they go around looking stupid like Charlie Kirk. Black parents do not raise their children with a mind of oppression. Black
Sure don't.
parents educate their children on the realities of how it is to succeed in these United States. Black children, black parents, we are taught, we are educated that this country is a racist country because of systemic racism that stems from our history in this country. And that is a fact. And they also tell us you can be whatever it is that you want to be in this country if you put in the work. You put in the work, you can succeed in this country.
Yep. In spite.
They prepare us. They push us.
Yep.
They elevate us.
Sure do.
Because we have to be 10 times better in this country to succeed. And that is a fact.
That's a fact.
That's what we are taught.
That's
in
what
this
I was
country.
taught.
This is why 92% of black women, this is why black women in this country hold the most degrees in this country. This is why our demographic is the most educated in this country, because we are taught you have to get an education in this country in order to succeed.
Yeah, that's what I taught my two daughters. My two grown daughters are degree holders. Both of them are going for their masters right now. Yeah, I have two grown daughters, and they both graduated on time, 22 years old. I told them that they have to do things in order. If they want to make their life as easy as possible, they have to get out of high school, go to college, get a career, start a family. It's 4 bases. Just like baseball. You own home plate, you get off of home plate. That means you going off to college. That's first base. Second base is finishing college. Third base is getting that career job, getting into their career. In between third and home, they find a man and have a family. And then they go home to their own home. Yeah, that's exactly how I explain it to all 4 of my adult kids. And I'm explaining it to my baby daughter now. So, yeah, don't speak on black parents and kid relations in this country. You don't know nothing about it, white racist people. Quit speculating. Because unlike y'all, we don't raise our kids to feel victimized based on what our people did. Make them feel like, oh, black people have rights and you don't know. Y'all shouldn't teach our kids that. Because what our people did, we were in response to what your ancestors put in place that excluded everybody else. So our fight is not against you, modern day, today's white people. Ours is against what your ancestors did. Y'all should have a problem with what your ancestors did too. But you won't, because this system benefits you. So that's, let's finish this video. This is really, really good.
We are not taught to shy away from your oppression. We are taught how to succeed in spite of it.
In spite.
But this is who y'all's queen is choosing to be in community with. And I stand 10 toes down on what I said yesterday. It's either for a pardon for her rapist husband, her rapist pedophilic husband, or she's trying to get citizenship, or it's for both. And then y'all reminded me, oh yeah, she could be doing it to try to get a pardon for her brother because she glorifies rapists and pedophiles.
Yep.
Yeah. So, is it for the husband? Is it for the brother? Is it for citizenship? Or is it for all three? Y'all let me know your thoughts down below.
Yeah, man. Tabitha be going in. Let's get into these comments. Nicki is done. Nicki looking for a check, a pardon, and citizenship. Can black women get one day out of the year where we are left alone? Boy, I'm glad I never purchased any of her albums. I never heard of any black woman putting down other races of women's beauty. That is crazy. Okay, right. We have been shamed for our beauty for a long time. Our sexuality, everything. That's true. Conservative white people feel comfortable around black entertainers and performers, and uncomfortable around black educators and thought provokers. Yep, they do. They mock them black entertainers. Yeah, black entertainers and performers let them off the hook, while black educators and thought provokers challenge and question their ideas about systemic racism and white supremacy being a detriment to our communities. That's true. Let's go into this one. Ooh, you grilling with hot coals and sprinkling some gas. Straight fire of the truth, yeah. I have noticed that performers are people pleasers as a general rule. So it's very easy for them to cosplay conservatism or shuck and jive for their approval. Yeah. That's valid. Performers and, musicians and artists and stuff like that. It's because their fan base, if y'all ever been to a black artist concert, a popular one, you're going to see the majority white people in there. Especially with the gangster and the drill and the trap and all of that. It's going to be mostly white people in them big, those big arenas, right? And they going to come and they going to be in the front row and they going to be saying the N-word a whole lot. They love it, man. And a lot of these performers and artists, they not going to say nothing against, nothing too political, because that's their money. That's their bottom line. So, when they said, well said, and black entertainers and performers are more worried about their paychecks. Yep, that's the same thing I just said. What it say? Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion got her going crazy. She lost her mind. Then somebody said cocaine is a hell of a drug. Wow. They going in on this comment, boy. That's crazy. Oh, okay, yeah, these other comments. She said boys will be boys, and then turn around like she had something earth-shattering. She needs to go kick rocks. For the life of me, I don't know why people allow entertainers to guide their political thought. Yeah, I never understood it. Like I just said, these performers at their concerts, it's going to be a whole lot of people with the exact opposite political thoughts of their, their core, the people that they came up with. So a lot of these entertainers, they're going to be in a dilemma when they become real famous. as far as their politics go. She working on her citizenship for herself and pardon for her spouse. Wow, I didn't know that Nicki Minaj wasn't a citizen. I did not know that. Wow, I did not know that. That's news to me. I did not know that she was not a citizen. But yeah, it all makes sense when you put it in perspective. This all makes sense. It all makes sense when you really put a lot of this into perspective with just with entertainers in general, Nicki Minaj and a whole lot of other ones that are citizens. But yeah, the beauty issue or topic that Tabitha Speaks was speaking on was, I think that was spot on. Black women, I've never seen black women downplay others' beauties. Actually, black women usually downplay their own beauty. That be the issue within our community a lot more than anything else. Not only are our women not downplaying any others' beauty, they're usually looking up to other women's beauty. They wear the hair like every other type of woman, the fake hair. A lot of our women have issues with their beauty. They want to be lighter. They want to be they not happy with themselves. You could just look at them and tell by the way that they beauty, use their beauty products. So yeah, man, this is like I said, this is one of my favorite YouTubers, Tabitha Speaks. I added the video to that original video in the link in my description. Look, get in the comments, like, comment, share, subscribe. I want to hear what y'all think about that topic of black women beauty in general. Do y'all think that black women downplay other women's beauty? Or do y'all think it's the opposite? Like I said, do y'all think that black women usually downplay their own beauty and have an issue with what God gave them? The nappy hair and their skin color and their tone. And man, like I just know I got 3 daughters. Like I said, I got 3. I got 1 dark daughter and 2 light daughters. And gauging from how they beautify themselves, I would like to think, because I got 2 grown daughters, 1 light and 1 dark. I would like to think that they are comfortable in their own skin, because that's the way that I always gave them insight about themselves when they were growing up. Just letting them know that they're made in the image of God. Like, they're made perfect. There's nothing out of place. What God gave them is perfect. It's like literally perfect. It can't be nothing else, like God made them like that. So I always build my daughters up like with a sense of just knowing that they are literal goddesses. They shine from the, and I always told them about the melanin, about how melanin is basically the sun inverted. And this is a chemical that soaks up the sun, and basically our melanin, we shine from the inside out. We are inverted sunlight, like sun is within us. So I always shared that with them to let them know that we communicate with the most powerful energy source in our world. That's what this melanin denotes. Nothing more, nothing less. So yeah, I give them facts. I give all my kids facts about who they are. Not nothing social so much as I give them like, the biological facts about who they are. And then, I go from there with the social shit. The social, how people look at them is not so much important as what they know about themselves. And that's how I build all my kids up from the inside out. So when they do go out into this world, they have answers. Like I tell my 8-year-old when she dealing with racial stuff at school, which she already have been dealing with, I give her tools. I tell her, look, let everybody know whenever they bring up black or white, you know, and try to make you feel a certain kind of way, that everybody black. Everybody is black. Everybody originally from Africa. Everybody black. Yep. Just tell them that. And then just move on, you know. And even adults, you know, even the adults in schools, you know, they play around with that topic. And so I teach my kids to teach the teachers, you know, teach the adults. Because a lot of times these grown-ups, even in the school setting, they don't have the tools. They don't have the knowledge of themselves. You know, they're not equipped. And I'm talking about, when I say knowledge of themselves, I'm talking about everybody. Because like I said, even white people come from Africa. So, you know, white people got to know who they are. You know, white racist people especially, teach them who they are. They lost. They need to know who they are, especially in reference to a goddess, to someone who's the closest to God. That's why we gotta call them goddesses, call the young black men gods, because we are the closest thing to God in human form. No illusion about it. But yeah, I'm out, man. Like I said, like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm out. Yeah. Marlon Speaks Live. Welcome. Welcome back to another one. Tell the truth here. Don't care if it make them uncomfortable. It ain't our fault. Yo, it's Marlon Speaks Live. Yeah, I'm saying what they hide. History, innocence, and let the real survive. Yeah, it's truth over comfort. I don't pick no side. If it shake the room a little, let the truth collide. Cause it's Marlon Speaks Live. No script, no disguise. I don't sell no lies. Just to monetize. Cause the past still breathing and it never dies. Yeah, it's Marlon Speaks Live. Now the truth will rise. Yo, it's Marlon Speaks Live. Yeah, I'm saying what they hide. History, innocence, and let the real survive.